Hello and welcome, dear parent of the Virgo child. This reading is for the month of February 2022. I unfortunately was not able to post during the month of January, but I'm here now and I hope that this reading brings you some guidance. Also, please remember that my readings are not gender specific, so please make sure to adjust gender to how it best resonates for you, your household, and your kiddo. And also these readings, child tarot readings, are intended for the adults in little one's life. So for the parents, caretakers, etc. These readings are not intended for the child. Okay, so let's see what's going on here with little Virgo's energy. We have Three of Swords, the Son of Cups, and what they are experiencing, and the Two of Cups and Temperance in conflict and challenge, and what you can do to alleviate the conflict and challenge, death and awakening. Ooh, what is going on? Okay, let's see, dear parent. Okay, I feel like this theme keeps reoccurring for Virgo child. There's some energy here going on, even back in November, December, the last readings I did. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is very similar energy. So here, in terms of what little Virgo is experiencing, we have the Three of Swords and the Knight of Cups, or the equivalent of the Knight of Cups. So there's some heartbreak, disappointment, aggravation, something that's not sitting well, or perhaps, you know, and I always say that my readings are not gender specific. However, here this could symbolize a male, a young male that is emotionally connected to your child. So it can be a sibling, it can be a father, a teacher, or of course a female with this energy, right? Because it is usually, it's very rare that I get the feeling of a specific, gender here, because it's all fluid, right? However, here I'm feeling it that for your little one, it could literally be like a young male causing some kind of, maybe it's a strict teacher, maybe it's a sibling who's not around, maybe it's a dad or even a sister that's older, or a cousin who has similar energy of the Son of Cups, which is the energy of bringing in love or bringing in comfort when needed, right? And so something about that person who usually provides that for little Virgo is either disappointing or has disappointed little Virgo here. There's something there. This could quite literally be for those of you who have older teenagers who are starting to look at prospects for, like, dating, that kind of thing. I mean, it could literally, unfortunately, be that they've gotten their heart broken by the Knight of Cups, meaning a person that they were hoping would reciprocate, a crush, an attraction, a like, that kind of thing. So, of course, this is going to play out differently depending on the age of your little one. So this can be, romantic, actual love for those of you who have older kiddos going through their first heartbreak. And for others of you, it's just someone who is a bit older than them. Maybe, how sometimes we're used to telling our little ones, yes, whatever they want, they can have. It's almost like they're getting a no from someone that they expected to get a yes from. That's what I'm picking up here. Okay, so when we move into the actual, when we move into the challenge and conflict position here, we have the Two of Cups and Temperance. So yeah, some of you do have some teenagers who are going through their first experience of love, their first connection, their little crush, and there's something there that's not necessarily panning out the way they'd like. It's not being balanced in the way that they may have liked. For others of you who don't have that situation with teenagers going on here, and also let's remember, like, this is like considered the month of love in many many parts of the world. Not every part of the world, but the St. Valentine's is practiced many parts of the world this month. So it could be a situation where your little one is giving Valentine cards or asking someone to be their Valentine and they unfortunately get rejected. That could be very well what's happening here as well. But in terms of another potential scenario here, it could just very well be that they're also experiencing some kind of maybe potential letdown in the life of the adults in their life. Because remember that in child tarot, we can also read the Two of Cups and Lovers as the parental unit in the child's life, right? So there could be something, a lack of balance with Temperance here, or somebody healing from a health condition here. Potentially both parental people. And again, this doesn't mean that when this card comes up and it's describing the parents and the child's life, it doesn't mean that they don't have to still be together. They can be apart, but still this symbolizes the unit, the parental unit, okay? So let me just repeat. So for a handful of you, it is your kiddos experiencing that whole love attraction thing for the first time. Maybe not the first time, but for most of you, yes. And feeling some form of rejection. For others, there is an older either sibling or teacher or someone in their life that is maybe saying no to them. Like maybe they're not agreeing to something they want. It can be anything. It can be something they want to be purchased for them and they're disappointed. It can be something they want to do with this person. This person is saying no, and so they're feeling rejected and sad about it. For others of you, it can also be that they are experiencing and observing you having some kind of lack of balance with your significant other or the other parental unit, and that's causing them conflict as well as heartache here and a little bit of inquietude here. It's going to play out differently, right, for all of you, depending on the age of your child and your own personal situation. But in terms of what you can do here, we have the Death card and we have the Awakening. So this is all about shifts. This is all about allowing the transmutation of whatever this is. So whatever this energy is, whatever their first no is or rejection or what, I am heavily getting this right now. And this is probably going to only apply to one person, but it really does feel like an older, like a kind of young, maybe teenage age boy. It could be a coach, it can be a teacher, it can be a love interest, it can be a dad, sibling, neighbor, something just totally disappointing little Virgo because Virgo wants something and they're not getting it. Again, it's going to play out differently. Okay, so back to what you can do to alleviate. With the Death card, it's about really making room for transformation or really giving your little one permission to start from scratch, to let go of whatever didn't work. It's about really teaching them the sense of you can come back from the ashes, right? You can come back. You have Death paired with the Awakening. This is a powerful combination. This is very grown-up energy here. This is about really teaching a little Virgo in a more soulful way how they can transmute this energy. Like, what can you do? This pain that they're experiencing, this sadness, this letdown, this rejection, what can you teach them? What methods can you teach them to recycle that energy or transmute that energy into something worthwhile that's going to help them in the long run, or even just help their own evolution, right, of who they are as individuals and what lessons they're learning from this. This is very grown-up energy. Listen, this can be happening for a little 2-year-old just as much as it can be happening for a teenager and everything else in between. Okay, it's just the lessons are going to be different depending on what experiences they're going through based on that age. But in any case, for you, the parent, the message is clear here. It's to allow room for your little one to take the ashes, Death card here, of whatever this is, the disappointment, and do something creative and beautiful with that. Like, what can you do? Maybe Maybe if little one was rejected and somebody doesn't want to be their Valentine, well, maybe you can transmute that by writing a letter to their future Valentine who will say yes at one point or some point, right? Or this individual teacher, coach, older sibling that said no, I'm not going to take you to the zoo this weekend. Well, maybe they can go with other friends or literally change that energy into something different, transmute it, recycle it, upgrade it, that kind of thing. Yeah, very mature energy here for little Virgo, but that doesn't surprise me because Virgo always has very mature energy in all of their readings, regardless of the age. So I hope this was helpful, dear parent, and I hope to see you back here again in March. If you liked this reading, please go ahead and press that thumbs up like button. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. Bye.